And I'm going to say good evening, guys. We've got Jim Rosen with us. Jim, you've been working all day long on the viral atom. And we got Rich Pratt, one of my recruits, and Tyrone Graham. Glad to have you all here. Cindy might be showing up a little late. She's got some things going on. She emailed me earlier. So let's get into this. I was going to show Rich and everybody else how to get into your autoresponder and build it out and monetize it. Okay. Cindy's here.
Yeah, the
All
party.
right.
Yeah, I made it. The party ended, so.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I remember you telling me by email. Okay, yeah. And we have Jim Rosen, Rich Pratt, and Tyrone Graham on the line with us tonight.
Awesome.
So I was just showing them some things about the Screencast-O-Matic you've seen before, and it's a really great tool. I've sent just about everybody I know a copy of those quick start notes, and I'm working on the master blueprint. I did a regular blueprint, 3-page version. The master blueprint that I'm working on is a compilation of the 3 steps plus all the notes in that quick start file, and it goes out to about 8 pages. It will get bigger. Trust me, I've got about 32,000 classified ad sites that I got to go plug into the website. Plus, I've got to include some of the other material it's going to be useful and beneficial for your instant rewards business. You can apply the principles and many of the tools to just about any business that you're doing, but it's definitely going to be applicable to your instant rewards business and anything else that you're doing. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody down for right now and quieten down some of the back channel chatter. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to instant rewards, and I'm going to go ahead and close these windows here. And I've shown you guys this before. The IMN1, the Instant Money Network, and the Instant Rewards Network are all 3 marketing channels for instant rewards. They tie into the offer sites right here. Also, the znzpromotions.com can be run by either promoting instant rewards offer sites or the ZNZ offer sites. Just a real quick, I'm going to go ahead and log in and show you what I'm talking about. I've already got all my numbers up here, so if I went over here to my personal info, I don't really promote this real hard, as you see. I've got 1 person in there. I've got all my numbers plugged in, okay, for the ZNZ1 and the Big Cash and the Blu-ray and the budget and the Quick ID. All 5 of those networks, if somebody was to complete all 5, I would make basically about $160 if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Let me get back in there. Yeah, that's ZNZ. See, edit auto response. Okay, here It's kind of crazy. This system here, okay, you can't add anything to it. It's just, one, and that's it. This system, the way it's set up, okay, promotes the ZNZ. Okay. I can't get in there and edit any of the sites or the links. The only thing I can do is turn it off and on, okay, on the Instant Money Network. And with this one, okay, turned on, if I preview this, then what I'm looking at is Instant Money Network make up to 160. Actually, it's $190 with the Instant Money Network, because you can promote up to 5 offer sites in it. Step 1, Step 2, the optional upgrade. Step 3 is get your free website. You see, there's, I don't know. It may be confusing for some people that would sign up on the Instant Money Network and ZNZ Promotions, because, which offer sites would you want to promote? Some people do well with both of them, okay? So you see, I don't promote it real hard. I've only got one recruit in there. So let me shut that down and go back over here. And basically, the IMN1, you can run one of these offer sites at a time in the IMN1. Instant Money Network is kind of the twin version of the ZNZ Promotions, where you can run 5 offer sites, and they're preset. You have to be green in the 5. I think it's the Easy, the PayPal, the Starter, the 60, and then something else, and it all totals out to $190. One of the reasons why I promote the Instant Rewards Network is because it's got a simple 2 offer site combo. Now let me put this video on hold real quick. I think I got her there. Okay. Your active marketing links are right here as you log in, and your direct marketing link for InstantRewardsNetwork.com is there with your ID. These are alternate marketing links, okay? Anthony and O'Dell had them set up back when certain channels were slapping and blocking our domains as malicious. Facebook was one of them. I use Facebook, but I don't do a whole lot of promoting. There's a way you can promote on Facebook and make money, but if you're doing it like everybody else on the groups, then it's not going to work very well for you, because you've got to be unique, offer people something of value on the Facebook groups. Don't just go in there and advertise, try to sell and sign people up. You can use the safe list and traffic exchanges and stuff like that and get a lot of leads. I do. I get about, anywhere from 8 to 10 a day, sometimes more. There's been days where I've gotten 50 to 100 leads. Now, when you first get in, status check lets you know what your status is on the offer sites, okay? So I'm going to open up the offer site over here. These are the offer networks, okay? So, this has got your Starter, Easy, PayPal, 60, 80, 100, and all the others. There's 16 of them. The 1 is a single offer site where you only have to do 1 offer, and it's a $20 payout. The 10 pays out $10. Not a whole lot of people promote it. This is a 50. It pays out 50. The Quick and the Fast pay out 30. Laptops, cameras, I think they pay out 30 or 40. I can't remember. I've got them in a file somewhere. 60, of course, pays out a $10 bonus for $70. PayPal, I think it pays out $40. The Easy and the Starter both pay out $20 a piece. Now, sometimes people will do like an Easy 60 combo, which pays out $70 plus 20, or the 60 in the PayPal, or the Quick in the PayPal, or the Fast in the PayPal, or you can run them backwards. You want to do something like the 60 first, or the 80, and then something smaller second. You know, people are funny, okay? Some people will like, well, give me something easy to do. All right. The Starter and the Easy speaks for itself. And the One, they're pretty easy to do. Usually one offer to completion, sometimes two offers, okay, depending on the values up here in the Starter. I think you can do one or two. Same thing with the Easy. The Quick, because the Quick and the Fast pay out $30, you might have to do three offers, okay? And depending on the values of, the offers back there in, the offer section, you might have to do 4 or 5, depending, okay? That's if you decide to start working with other combos. Now, here in the back office, I got mine set up for the Starter 80. And the reason why I did that is because it's easy for people to do the Starter. They feel like they've gotten something accomplished. So when they come over and do the 80, they know that they've got to get the 1.0 to get qualified. I know some people that are starting their first step, their step 1, as the 60 or the 80. And then they'll say, if you want to give yourself a small raise of another $20 or $30, they'll set their step 2 on the smaller payout network. Whereas if they only do the step 1 and they've got it set for the 60 or the 80, then they're going to make $70 or $80 on the first completion. So if they don't do the upgrade, it's a smaller payout. It's not, a real big deal. Okay. Me, I try to go with, getting people familiar with something that's easy to do the first time. And then if you want to give yourself a raise, give yourself a big raise. Okay. Don't give yourself a little bitty raise. Can I set this backwards? Set it up to 80, click, and then come over here to the Starter and then hit reorder. And you see it spinning up there at the top left in the browser. And now my step 1 is the 80 and then the Starter. So yeah, you can run them in reverse combo. Okay. And some people do. Me, I'm going to change mine back and just do the Starter 80 and then hit reorder and put it back to where I had it. Now here, when you click on that orange button logging in for the status check, this is where I tell people, I say, you want to make sure that you use the same email address and password on the marketing site where you signed up and also on these offer sites. So when you go in here and you set up your email address, and when you get to the password portion, make sure you use the same email address and password across the board. Why? Because this synchronizes. And you can log in. It'll have your password. It will log you in by email and password. And you don't have to manually go over here to the site and switch on the index and then come over and log in. Although you can if you want to. Now, I'm going to log out of the 80. And I'm in the Starter right here because I logged in from the status check, and it will open it up in a new tab. Okay. If you got your tabs up here in the toolbar options, if you got your tabs, open new windows in a tab, when you click on a link, turn off your block pop-up windows because you will need that turned off. Okay, and then your general tab, set it wherever you want it. Applications, don't have to worry about applications. Privacy, this is where you can come in and clear your history and remove individual cookies. Tell sites that, you don't prefer them to know anything about your tracking preferences. Security, I usually leave all of these checked except for using a master password. I don't worry about syncing my tablets with my laptops and my browsers. I just don't. It's a matter of security. And then, of course, over here on advanced, there's other choices. I usually just leave them at the defaults. I don't mess with them, okay? Now, once you've taken care of your business here, you can then log out. One of the things that I would recommend on signing up on these networks, okay, make sure that you come in here, right-click, save or copy that link location, and go over and open up a file, all right? Open up a text file so you can find your stuff. And you might call this starter, and then put in your link. Then switch over to easy, log in, and then come down here and see your link right here right there, your referral link, right click, copy link location, and then come in here and just build you a little text file of all the networks that you belong to, okay? So, you can keep track of this stuff. So if your recruits in your downline, if they need that information, you can send them the file. I've got all 16. I'm green in about half of them, but I'm registered in all of them. And the ones that I'm not green, I've got some money sitting there waiting on me. I just haven't gone and completed the offers. All I got to do is complete the offers. Michelle asked, can you set up your own steps, like step 1, step 2? Yeah, it's just like I showed you here. So if you're registered in all 16 networks like I am, if you wanted to run the 80 and the 120, or the 80 and the 100, where you get $180 payout, yeah, you can do it, but I want to tell you why I don't do it, okay? You can do what you want to and find out the hard way. Prove me wrong. The 80 takes anywhere from 3 to 5, maybe 6 offers to complete, depending on the values, okay? I've seen some people complete it in 4 offers at a 0.25 if you got enough 0.25 offers in there. I've seen people complete the 80 with 5 offers at a 0.20 value. Okay, I'm just, showing this to Rich today. It can be done, but once you're green, you're probably going to spend less than $20 overall getting qualified in the 80. When you go to the 100 or the 120, you're going to have to do somewhere in the neighborhood of 8, 10, maybe 12 offers because the values are even smaller to get that 1.0 credit. And you're going to find a lot of your recruits and your referrals are going to balk at doing that many offers. So what happens is when you do this, then you got to kind of cajole and coax them into finishing the offers and offering them a rebate. And if you do the 120, I'll give you half of it. Or, you start getting into rebate and reimbursements and incentivizing people. I have found that it doesn't work. Now, trust me on this. I know human nature. Okay. I don't have to hypnotize you like some, kind of stage hypnotist. But I know human nature enough that a lot of people are looking for a quick fix. The quickest fix that they want is money in their pocket. Okay. And that's the reason why I do the Starter 80. Okay. Because it's easy. When you give them the ability to start on the starter and they can get it done in 1 or 2 offers, they feel like they have they've accomplished something. Okay. And then when they see the exponential value of upgrading to the 80, it's not going to cost them $80 to do the 80. It's going to, let's go over to the 80, okay? Let's look at some of these offers. I'm not logged in. I think I have to log in to see the values. Okay, look at here. Here's the 80s, all right? Credit score, if they haven't done it under another network, they can do it here on the 80. It only gives them a 0.10 credit, and it costs $1. And it's a 7-day trial. And remember, 7-day trials, you got to have, whether it's a 7, 14, or a 30-day trial, you've got to have about 75, 80% of the trial period complete before you cancel if you decide not to keep the product. The whole intent and purpose of these vendors and these merchants working with us is not to have people just come in and test it, try it, and cancel, but they would like to keep you as a customer. So if you see something that you like, I'm still in some of the book clubs that I signed up for 2 or 3 years ago. Why? Because I see the value. I probably read, I don't read as many books as Teddy Roosevelt used to. He used to read 1 or 2 books a day. I might read 1 or 2 books a week, okay? I do get away from the computer, and I do try to get, an actual hard copy book in my hands and read it. I just enjoy reading, It doesn't have to be, anything in particular. I just read through it. Some of these book clubs, I've stayed in them for 2 or 3 years, and I keep getting the books. Some of them on auto ship, some of them I put them off and cancel them because I get a good deal and I get value out of them. They send me specials, so I get a lot of value out of them. If not, then, something like this, like the little Dr. Zeus book club, 4 books for $1. They do require in these book clubs that you meet a book club requirement obligation of, let's say, 4 or 5 more books in 12 months. Okay. Well, what I did is I just went ahead and ordered 4 more books in 1 month and got my obligations out of the way and then canceled. Okay. So I had my obligations made in 2 months. Plus I had about 8 or 10 books. I got them sitting. I think I showed them last week on the camera. I got to pack them up and send them over to my niece in the Philippines. All right. Pimsleur, now it's got a little bit higher credit value. So if you want to learn a language, they probably got something like 120 different languages that you can learn. I've got German, Russian, Arabic, Hebrew, Spanish, Tagalog. I can always, in Spanish, and Italian, and French. I got probably about 8 or 10 of them over here. Do I speak all those languages? No, not well. I mean, I speak some. You know, I can go to just about any country in the world and make somebody mad. I know enough of their language to butcher it. But it's real easy, okay? Now, Michelle asked, she says, I only have the 10, 20, 30, and the 80, and she wants to set her back office to the starter 80. Okay, when you get back here, Michelle, log in to the status. You know, click on that orange bar as I showed you when I was coming in. Let's just go ahead and log out here real quick, and I'll log back in. All right. Now, when you log into the Instant Rewards Network, instantrewardsnetwork.com/admin/login.php. If you just type in /admin at the end of instantrewardsnetwork.com, it's going to default over to the login PHP. It's going to redirect, okay? Then you log in with your email and password, and you'll come to the first page here where it's got a video, all right? And it'll start playing. It's an instructional video. I think it's about 2.5 minutes or something like that. If I open it up over here on YouTube, it's 1 minute and 9 seconds. Okay, so let's shut that. And this is where you will see your marketing links. Scroll down and then go to status check. Click on status check. And if you're only registered in like 5 networks, you know, like you said, you've got the 10, 20, 30, 80. Okay. Then you only belong to 4 networks. That's all you're going to see here. You're only going to see the networks that you're registered in and that you're synchronized with. This is why you want to use the same password and the same email address across the board. When you signed up on the lead capture page, use the same email address when you sign up on the offer sites, okay? That way, you'll be synchronized back here, and since I'm registered on all 16, you see all 16 of the networks, you know. Now, the one pays out $20. That's a single offer site, okay. I've got some completed referrals in there. I just haven't completed it myself, so I got to go in there and find something to, you know, I'll get around to it. It's not like I'm in a real big hurry. I haven't completed the offer requirements here, but I got some other people that have completed, okay? And it's called, you know, the 10, pays out $10. The 50, of course, pays out $50. And I've got everything, you know, to where it would pay me over to PayPal. The quick pays out $30, all right, $30. You can get your money by check or by PayPal. Frankly, I just haven't sent it to me by PayPal. That way I can take my credit card. I got a PayPal debit card, works just like a bank. It's backed up by North American Bank Group. It's a MasterCard, and I use it at the store. I just spent over $100 today on my PayPal card. People ask me, "Oh, I didn't know you could get money from PayPal." I said, "Yeah." I said, "You can put a lot of money into PayPal too." How's that? Well, guess what, folks? You better have some business cards in your pocket with your Instant Rewards link on it, okay? And that's how you sign people up. You know, they see me, you know, buying stuff, you know, they say, well, how can I do that? The fast is another $30 payout, okay? The 100 pays $100. Let's go ahead and log into the site real quick, and I'm going to show you what it would take to complete some offers, all right? and I'm green on the 100. Okay. Here, Credit Score Pro is 0.10. This 0.15. Instead of a 0.45 or a 0.65 on the Pimsleur or a 0.10 over on the starter, this is still $9.95 cost. It's a 0.40. Okay. So you see many of the same offers in the same merchants. Okay. It's just that the higher the payout, the smaller the credit weight. Okay. The laptop pays out $40. The cameras pay out $40. The gift cards pays out $40. The games pays out $40. The games and the laptops now, you can market that to, niche markets if you're in a forum with a bunch of gamers, or if you belong to, a soccer mom club, where they wanted to get, Walmart gift cards. You could tell them, I can set you up where you can make $40 a referral, and you can promote it to that niche. Do you get a Walmart gift card? No, you have to go buy those from Walmart. I'm not green here. I got 4 referrals in there. Nobody's done any completions, but again, you look at some of the offers, and it's just a niche that you can promote. It pays a little more on some of the offers because it's got a smaller payout than the 100 or the 120. Here, the Pimsleur, it pays out a 0.95. Okay, so if you was to do that, if you were green here, and you wanted to promote the gift cards, you could. Over here, Michelle, get into your status, and you want to promote the starter 80 just like me. You find your starter, click on it, find your 80 if you're complete on the starter and the 80, and then hit reorder. And then when somebody signs up under you, they're going to be automatically and programmatically in the email. It's going to send them step 1, step 2. Okay. So, you can do that. You can run it backwards if you want to do the 80 in the starter. You can tell them, do the 80. You can do anywhere from 3 to 5 offers, and probably get complete. So yeah, you can make money either way. Let's just take a look. Okay, we're logged into the 80. All right. We've been on page 1 here. We see the 0.45. There's almost half a credit right there. Okay. If they got the Dr. Seuss books, if you got kids and grandkids, then that would add up to, 0.45 and a 0.10 is 0.55 for $9.95, $10.95. So, you're still under $20 getting qualified. You're halfway there. And then all you would need is another 0.45, and you could probably find something in here that, you might be able to use. MyScore.com, LifeLock's 0.20, but the cost varies, and you got to sign up for their program anywhere from a year or 2 to qualify. Okay. Protect your bubble, identity theft protection is $8. It's a 0.20. So if you add that to $10.95, another $8, there's $18.95. you're still under $20 and you're almost 3/4 of the way there. FanDuel, some people sign up for the FanDuel fantasy football and you got to play a card, or racehorses. Go to page 2. Look at Family Safe Lives, 0.05. Here's another 0.20. Basic Talk Unlimited Phone Service, $9.99. Cherry Moon Farms, these are fresh fruit baskets you can get on a monthly auto ship, but the cost varies. It depends on if this is, kind of your thing. I like gourmet treats and spa baskets and premium chocolates and things. I send them as gifts. So, just kind of look through, and whatever you're qualified on. Let's see. I was already logged out, wasn't I? Okay. Let's close that. All right. So if you're doing the starter for 20 or the 1 for 20, or the easy I think is also a 20. Yeah. See, the easy is also a $20 payout. So you've got 3 networks that pay out $20. You've got the starter, the 1, and the easy. Here I went over my credit. I went a 0.20. I did 2 offers and got qualified in the easy. I got a 1.2. I got the Santuco Cooking Pleasures knife deal, and the Free Score Connect was free credit score. Okay. So it's not hard. The starter, the easy are both $20 payouts, and the 1, it's a single offer site. It's also a $20 payout. Okay. So if you go over and, if you're qualified in the 1, they don't have to do more than 1 offer. Okay. Special arrangement that they have, with the, I haven't done any offers. I got 1 completion over here. I can't order my money until I get complete. I mean, you can have money sitting there waiting on you, and, when you get complete, then you can order your money. Right now, if I click on order, it says, O'Dell, you haven't met all your requirements, so you got to meet your requirements first. But that's no big deal, okay? Let's look at some of the offers. Here you got 1 page, 14 offers. Each one of them offers a full credit value. Some of them are $9.95. Some of them are cost varies. The Tronics Country $500 unsecured credit line. That's like a private credit card for a catalog shopping company. Back in the old days, we used to go to Sears and J.C. Penney's and Foley's, Federated, and they had their own private credit cards. Well, nowadays you can go to Sam's and Sears and Macy's and get a credit card with a MasterCard or a Visa logo on it. So, who needs private shopping credit cards anymore? Very few people. Back in the old days, a lot of people used to go through furniture companies to rebuild their credit, because the furniture credit, like Heilig Myers, was a good company to rebuild your credit. But as you notice here, all these values are full credit. So you only had to do 1 offer in the single offer site, like the 20, or the 1 rather. It pays out $20, single offer site. There's only like 14 offers on 1 page. Okay. You can get a hosting account. Hello, McCoy. You can get PowWeb. I got to deal with Fat Cow hosting. PowWeb is another hosting company. It's a low cost. If you need a hosting company or a domain or something, you might, you might take a look at something like that. Okay. See what their prices are. Uh, if you get into some of these advertising sites that won't allow you to use the instant rewards link, you might have to fix up a redirect. I think McCoy's got one pointing over to his instant rewards site. So, for like $4 a month, $48 a year, you can have your own domain and a hosting with a control panel. Okay. So, yeah, you could, if you could use something like that, great. If you know what you're doing, if you don't need a hosting account or you don't know what you're doing, then, look for something else. I do not advocate and just, go out there willy-nilly and spend money just to get qualified. If you can't use the product, don't buy it. Okay. Business cards, I wish they had the moo.com and the Vistaprint business card offer here, because everybody can use business cards. I don't care what kind of business you're in. If you don't have business cards, you're really not really running a business, are you? Can somebody give me an amen? Okay. I'm going to get on my soapbox and start preaching. So, if you're doing instant rewards, CNZ or whatever, you can get Vistaprint.com. You can go over there and get 250 cards for free and have them shipped to you for $9.95. Okay. And that's about the average cost of, 250 cards. If you go out and buy 1,000 cards, local print shop, you might spend one or two colors on white with thermo. You might get $40 or $50, maybe $100. So it's not bad, but at least you got a marketing tool in your pocket when you're on the elevator and, you're at the store paying for stuff with your PayPal card and everybody says, oh, how can I get one? So, I handed out a business card today when I was at the store. Just got back about 3 hours ago. Went to Walmart. All right. So that's how you fix up back here, set your sites. Now let's get into some more stuff that I was going to show Rich real quick. Let's get back to our main control panel and let's look at the edit autoresponses. Now, the autoresponders that the company sets up in the basic system is right here at the bottom. You can load all of these messages if you don't have them loaded. They should be. And load them all. If you've done any edits on them up here, it'll overwrite them. Now you see where I've kind of added to mine. I go out 77 days. All right. I can add an auto-response message. All right. So let's say I'm going to open this up in a new tab because I don't want to lose my place. And I'm going to open this up, and it's just a real short message. Say, here, just a quick reminder, and I put in the variable for that person's name, the referral who signed up, okay? And that's your lead's first name, all right? That variable, tilde, name, tilde, will put in their name. So if they filled in their name into your lead capture form as, Ernest O'Dell, it would say, just a quick reminder, Ernest, if you haven't requested your copy of the blueprint by now, just reply to this message and ask for it. Okay. One of the things that I do with my people, I incentivize them. I tell them, when you get your offers done, I'll know it. If you don't get the blueprint attached to an email sent to you, email me. Let me know. You've completed your offers. You want your blueprint and you want to get up and running. Okay. Let's get on the fast track. Let's light a fuse on this rocket and go. We're going to the moon. Okay, I'm going to close that. if I wanted to add another message, I click on that link and come in here and assign a date to it, all right? And here's where you got to do some math, okay? There's 7 days in a week. 11 weeks is 77 days. So I don't want to put it on 11 weeks because that was my last email in the series. I need to go to 12 weeks, all right? So if you add 7 to 77, you got 84. So on the 84th day that they've been in the autoresponder, which is 12 weeks, 12 times 7 is 84. This is where you've got to kind of, know your math tables. Then you might say, okay, we're going to send it out 12 weeks later. And we're going to send it to our active leads, if they haven't converted. Once they've converted, it's a different set of messages. Up here, you're going to put in a personal message from your Instant Rewards sponsor, Ernest O'Dell. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to cheat. Okay. Let's see. Let me go over here and open up my getting started. Okay. This I give to everybody, whether they've completed or not. Okay. And you notice I put the webinar up here at the top because it's really important that you guys get on this training. All right. So let's do a Control A. Let me first take the wraps out because it will take and put extra line breaks in it from Notepad. Control A after I take the wraps off. Control C, copy. And now I'm going to close that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to log back in to the Instant Rewards network with another instantiation. I'm going to click on Set Up Your Marketing System. And I'm going to go over here to Edit Autoresponses, where I've got a new message starting, and I'm looking at my list of autoresponses here. Okay. And I'm going to close this one first. I'm going to open this up by right-clicking on the Edit. Open it up in a new tab so I don't lose my place. And this right here, okay, is a rather lengthy. This is not your standard confirmation. You want to look at your standard confirmation? Down here. Okay. Open that up. And that's it. Very short and to the point. One link. Me, I tend to give a lot of information. I tell my recruits, don't get overwhelmed by it. Just, spend your time, read through it, read all the way through, and then go back and start at the top because it's got a lot of information. You can save this email and put it into a folder where you can find it because you will need it. Somewhere down the road, you're going to need this information, okay? And that's why I say, please read this email completely. Save it as a reference where you can find it. Then I tell them to receive a copy of the Instant Rewards Blueprint. Reply to this email when you've completed your offers, and I'll attach it in a reply to you. Now, will I know when they complete their offers? Yes, I'll be notified by the offer site that they've met their requirements. Okay, so if I'm out and away from the office and I get back to the office and they completed their requirements and they haven't had a chance to email me, and ask for the blueprint, I'm going to know it, and I'm going to send it to them, okay? Then I'm going to tell them when they register on the offer networks, use the same email address and password. This is the confirmation, okay? This just tells them, things to watch out for. Use the same email address so that they can get synchronized. Do not use different email. It turns into a technological hairball. It will give you a headache trying to straighten it out. You would have to email tech support, and it might be a day before they get you straightened out. And last but not least, do not sign up with more than one email account per IP. That IP defines you as a household. If you use a second email address, they'll lock both of them down and they'll put you on hold. And then they'll just tell you, well, which one do you want to use? Because you got to make a decision now. Which email address do you want to use in all your accounts and synchronize? Okay. So don't create any extra work for yourself. Now here, I've gone into a little bit of detail about, the videos, what to watch, how to get started. Again, here's some more information about, the back office live training. So that and a link to the starter and the 80. In case they missed a step in the sign-up process, I've got them backed up on this where they can still, come back. If they lose their place, this will get them back on track. Okay. And then, how to get a copy of the blueprint. All right. And how to, email. Got my contact info, my voicemail, my email, my Skype. When you send me a Skype request, tell me who you are, all right? Do not use the standard Skype request, okay? Because I won't necessarily always know who it is. Say, Ernest, I'm John or McCoy, and I signed up under you, and I'd like to, get connected with you on Skype. Okay. That way I know who, because otherwise, if I don't know who they are, I might reply back to their request on Skype and say, well, who are you? How did you get my Skype ID? Because it's published in a lot of places. Okay. And then, of course, I give extra notes in here, a few extra resources, how people can get started, frequently asked questions. I give them a lot of information, how to contact Instant Reward support, tech support. If you're in an apartment complex that's using a wireless public network, you might have problems getting qualified, and they might ask you for address verification. And when they do that, they'll send you an email and asking you for, a picture ID and a copy of a utility bill to prove that, number one, you are a real person. Number two, you actually live here at this address, because they do check addresses through the USPS address verification system. Okay. And then there's some links in here to RoboForm, and how to keep track of all your offers that you're doing. Me, I just write it on a calendar. You can use Memo to Me, Follow Up, don't forget, and text memos. They've got some really neat utilities out there. You can set them up on your cell phone, set them up on your computer and email. They can text you and email you on your smartphones and let you know that your cancellation day, your reminder date is coming up. So there's all kinds of ways. And then, I just give a lot of information, all right? Now, I'm going to add this message. I copied all that stuff from that text file. So I do a Control V as in Victor and paste it in, all right? And then I might say, instead of a personal message from your sponsor, I might say, name, here are some resources to help you promote your business. Okay. Now I'm going to come up here, select all of this. I'm going to change my font family to Trebuchet 12 point. Makes it a little easier to read. I'm going to take this out and I'm going to say name. Below are several resources that you can use for promoting your instant rewards business. Ernest. All right. Now, see this little divider line right here? This right here. Click that, and it puts like a little divider line in there. And it will set to the width of the email reader on the receiving end. Okay? So it won't scroll off the page. Now, what I would do here is basically when I attach the file and I send it to you, whether you're in my downline or not, if somebody asks me, Ernest, I need help, this is the file that I send them. Okay. I send them the getting started, they don't have to complete officer to get this information. I tell them, look, you need to get taught right and you need to teach your people right. And what I'll do is I'll just, I'll come up here and copy, leave it highlighted. Here's where you want to put your embed. This will bring your embed tool up, link the URL, okay, plug your URL in, change the target from open in this window to the next one, which is a drop down, and select open a new window. So when they click on that link, it'll open up in a new tab. When they open it up, if they're checking their email on web-based email like Yahoo, Hotmail, Gmail, if they're using a reader client like Outlook or Outlook Express, like I do, okay, then it's going to take them over and open up the website anyway, okay. Here, if you want to put a title in there where it would show up as a tag, say instant rewards training webinar. Okay. The class you don't need to set. You don't need to set the pop-up or the events or the advanced unless you really know what you're doing. If you set this to pop up on a JavaScript with a pop-up URL and window name and the size, then what it's going to do is it's going to pop up somewhere on your screen, and that can be annoying. Okay. So I don't do anything on these three tabs. I just do everything right here, and it opens up in a new tab up here on their browser, and it's not annoying because they're expecting it. You start putting stuff up here, that can be kind of annoying. All right. Then click OK, and now that link is live, and you want to check it, click on it, and your tool comes up. Go back and check, make sure it's right, okay, and cancel. And then we'll say something like, I'm not going to use the numbers and bullets here. I'm just going to, put the information in there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out, put another divider in there, all right, so that each little resource is separated by a divider, okay? And then I would say something like, okay, step 2, the blueprint, and I tell them when you complete your combo offers, blah, 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 okay? Come down here and take those lines out. These dashed lines, that just lets me know where to put my divider. And then put that insert horizontal line in there. I call it a divider, whatever, it's pretty much the same thing, okay? And then I tell them, if you haven't created your free account by now and gotten a copy of the back office, then you want to do so now at here, and I'll copy that, highlight, copy, Control C, come up here, link it, Control V as in Victor, drop this down to open up in a new window, insert, and here I would take and remove this, put a divider in here, take those out, and I want to put this in the middle. It's not going to go. Okay. We'll just say bold. All right. Now, here's the link to the webinar that I did on getting started with instant rewards. Okay. And copy that link, put it in here. Again, paste that in, and then set it to new window. And there you've got a resource, and you can take this right here and italicize it, bold it, whatever. Okay. And I make the title kind of stand out with a little bolding. Okay. Copy, embed, paste, open a new window, insert, and then come over here and do another italicize on the notes. This right here, okay, is the one I want to point out to Rich and the rest of you guys, all right? How to consistently earn $300 to $500 a day with instant rewards, all right? This is the video that you want to use. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy, embed, paste, open up new window, save, and I'm going to come over here on the control panel and I'm going to paste that link to that video in your control panel chat so you can click on it, bookmark it, and watch it later. This is going to help you a lot, okay? You probably won't need the script. If you need the script, email me, okay? And it's a PDF. You can't download it from the description in the video. I've got the server on maintenance right now. I'm doing some build out. So, pay attention to the video, make notes. And basically, the way I do it, and I'm going to replace that with a divider bar, okay? The way I do it, and I've shown this before, okay? Let's see, this is on 12 weeks, so that's day 84. Let me go ahead and save this and come back and reopen it. All right, see it right here. Here's some resources to help you promote your business. Let's go ahead and open it back up. All right. One of the reasons why I do that after about 5, 10, 15 minutes is because sometimes it'll time out and it won't save your work. Okay. But you get the basic gist, all right, of what to do when you want to add a new message. You have to assign it a day that it doesn't overwrite one of the other days. If you assign it to the same day of a message that's already in there, it'll ask you, do you want to really do that? You're going to override another message. And then you say cancel. Okay. Now, what I do, very simple. I keep this form open. When I'm signing people up and they call me about instant rewards, and it's based off of the way I write my ad, I'll have my ad keyed with a certain key on it or a code. We used to do this in direct mail, Department XYZ, okay? So if I say Department ZNZ, I'll know that I'm going to be registering them in ZNZ. If I'm going to put a Department IRN, I know they're going into Instant Rewards Network. If I go into Department IMN, that's Instant Money Network. Department IMO, that's IMN1, okay? Or IMN0, IMN1, whatever. Or IMN and the numeral 1. That will let me know which one I'm advertising for. And when they call me up, they say I'm calling about the IRN ad for customer service. And I'm going to say, okay, what's your first name? Your first name is, Rocky. Last name is Raccoon. Rocky Raccoon. Remember that Beatles song? Rocky Raccoon walked into the saloon. And then we'll put in Rocky Raccoon at, let's say live.com, okay? And Rocky's phone number is BR549, okay? Got that from Hee Haw. Now, when that switches over, I just reach up here and close it, okay? And you know what this is going to do? It's going to put that new lead. I'm going to go ahead and update this and close this. I'm going to go back to look at my leads. Let's go back to the control panel. There's Rocky Raccoon, okay? And if I go over here and look at the leads, all right, there's Rocky Raccoon, BR549. So, this is how I do it. I open up my own lead capture page. Now, how do you open up your lead capture page? All right. You go to capture pages and you find one of these capture pages that doesn't have a video in it. You just want to use a static page like this one that I'm using here and open it up and bookmark it. Now, I'm using the FVD speed dial. Where do you get FVD speed dial? If you type in FVD speed dial up in your Google search. It's a Mozilla plugin for Firefox, okay? And you can get it for Google Chrome, okay? If you're using Firefox, then go down here to addons.mozilla.org, click on FVD speed dial, and download it, install it. It's free. It'll tell you after it's installed, close the browser and it'll restart, and then it'll be plugged in. I don't need to do that now because, as you see, I've already got all my speed dials. And you can set up different groups and categories, okay? So you don't have to have them all on one page and then sit there and search 700 of these thumbnails for the one you want, all right? If I want to go to free classified ad sites, then I just come over here. I find my group for free classified ad sites, and I choose which one I want to use, okay? If I want to go over to, article submission sites, then I'll go over here to the article submission sites, and whichever site I've got, plugged in, I'll go and, write articles and put them in, whatever, okay? And that's the neat thing about FVD speed dial is I can come over here, okay, to my instant rewards and then say right-click, open in new tab, come back here, right-click, open in new tab, come back, open in new tab. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and we'll just click this and so we got 5 of them now running, ready to take calls. Now, why would I do that? Because some days I'm busy, okay? If I know I'm going to get a lot of calls, if I've got a really good ad working and I'm getting calls within the hour of posting it, I might open up 5 or 10 of these tabs, and then as I fill that blank, I'll close it when it bridges over to the video. And then when I get down to about the last tab, what I'll do is I'll come into my FVD speed dial and I'll tell it to, open a new tab, come back here, open a new tab, and I'll open up 3 or 4 or 5 more, okay? And I'll just keep doing this all day long as the calls keep coming in, all right? So this is how you tell them when they call you up. I'm calling about the ad. Yeah, I'm going to send you some information. What's your first name and your last name? Take the first name and last name, just like I showed you. I need a working email and a phone number. If you want to work with me, I need a working email, not a throwaway email, but a working email and a phone number. See, you're the hiring manager, and you've got to set the tone for this interview, all right? If you get a tire kicker in there trying to bust your chops, tell them, good luck in your job search, and call me back when you're serious. I said in my ad, serious inquiries only, tire kickers need not apply. I don't waste my time with a bunch of tire kickers. If you're serious about making money, we can get started today and make some money. Now, if it takes you 2 or 3 days to get completed in your offers, okay, fine. Once you're complete, I'm going to get you ramped up and I'm going to get you fired off like a Titan rocket. We're not going to mess around. I'm going to show you how to get started on this thing. So, with that being said, when you start doing your entries like this, you're going to find people in your leads stacking up, okay? Will it screw up your stats? Yeah. It'll monkey around with your stats. I'm going to go ahead and delete old Rocky Raccoon there, okay? But if I wanted to see my stats, and okay, let's see, what's this? We're in September, right? So far, I've had 13 opt-ins on this. So let's look at view daily chart. Okay, I think that's this one. View the month chart. I get a different set of results. Campaign stats. If I'm running campaigns, I'm going to see the campaigns over here. Okay, I had one opt-in today. That was the one I just did. All right, 14%. Page stats. Now, this is where you're going to get into, seeing a variety of numbers. We'll do this some other time. But when you do a lot of these entries into your own lead capture page, yeah, it's going to kind of muck up your stats a little bit. But that's all right. At least you got them into your autoresponder, okay? They can always unsubscribe later. If they don't want to stay in your autoresponder, that's fine. But that's how you build out your autoresponder. Go to Edit Autoresponses and learn how to use the editor and build it out because, frankly, 10 days is really not enough automated follow-up. This is why I'm taking mine out to about 3 months. You can take it out to a year, okay? If you open this up and put in a new message up here in the subject line, we've got it at 12 weeks, 3 months. You can take this all the way out to 5 months, 6 months, 50, 51, 52 weeks, okay? So there's 52 weeks in a year. By this time, you're running just once a week, which is probably good because you don't want to hit people every day. I know some marketers that do. And, if I wasn't just, really kind of interested in seeing what they're doing and how they do it, I would have unsubscribed a long time ago because they just get into almost spamming their list. And that's not good, guys. That's not good, okay? You want to send them content just like I did, all right? Go to Edit Autoresponse. And this is a resource, okay? This is something they can use. People will appreciate stuff like that, all right? If you just, hit them with trying to sell them with something all the time, don't be surprised when they unsubscribe. Now, can you monetize these email messages? Here's one. It's just basically a deal for the MLM Recruit on Demand and Thunderlist. Thunderlist is free. You can get a lot of leads on it. It's in that resource file that I sent everybody. If you sent me an email from the last webinar and asked for a copy of it, if you haven't gotten a copy of it, send me an email and request the Quick Start resource file, and I'll send it to you. Give you my email address over here in the chat box, dmsgroupster@gmail.com. Copy that and send me an email and just let me know that you would like to have the resource file, and I'll send it to you, okay? This is why I'm putting it in here, all right? So if I right-click and open this, what you're going to see here when they see it, this is a preview, and they can keep this in their email somewhere and use it, a lot of resources they can use. I'll eventually get these filled out. They could, if they know how to highlight unlinked URLs, you can just right-click and tell it to open up in a new file, and then, boom, there they are. You most definitely want to use the IMN Marketer training site. Anthony and Liddell have set this up. Also, GetTrainingNow.com is run by Rangeline and Trace. Wednesday, they do a call. Get Training Now. Get in there. Listen to their calls. I'm a member of this site too. I'm telling you, these ladies know what they're doing. You know, they can show you how to make money. Once a week, Wednesdays are an hour before the Wednesday webinar. Okay. And then of course you want to get into Ad Plotter. Ad Plotter, you can take, place 2 free ads, renew them every 30 days without having to upgrade, and they put them into high traffic classified sites. So here's the link to that. Okay. And it works, you know. I get, let's see, get in here. Let's see, I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ads running right now. No, I've got 5 in there, 3 unstarted. I've got these 2 completed, and they've already been inserted into the system. You can upgrade if you want to. I asked them, I emailed them, and you know, they said I didn't have to upgrade. This team with Ad Plotter, they operate out of San Antonio, Texas. Okay. So Ad Plotter and the classified ad sites directory, and then this Video Maker FX. It is phenomenal. Making videos with Video Maker FX is a $49 license, one-time fee. That's it. And when you make your first referral, you know, for $90 or $100, you've already made all your money back. Okay, just on that investment right there. It's a good little program. Thunderlist, SafeList, traffic exchanges, you know, I don't promote SafeList and traffic exchanges unless they work. MLM Recruit on Demand, these email scrapers, I know how they work. I could do it myself, but I find it a lot cheaper just to buy in for the basic package, $15. No real need to upgrade to the $100 package or the $97 a month. I do my own calls. I'm kind of a hands-on guy. I do my own calling. Okay. It's a great package. And then, of course, these traffic exchanges I've used for the past 15 years. I don't try to sell anything on the traffic exchanges or on the safe lists. All I do is, you know, promote Instant Rewards or another business, and I garner leads. That's all I want is name and email address. It's a good way to build your list, and then let the autoresponder system take over and do the work. I don't try to sell stuff on these links here. I try to get signups. There's a difference. Okay, because once they get into your autoresponder, the autoresponder here is going to do the major work for you. If you have your autoresponders written properly, they will do the work for you. Okay. Just remember, if you go down here and you load one of these messages, it's going to overwrite that day if you've customized it. If you hit all of these, it's going to overwrite the first 10 days. All right. It won't bother anything else past day 10. But, you know, everything before day 11 is going to get overwritten. So you want to be careful. One of the things that I do when I save these, I go in there, I open this up, and I take and click on this HTML file. I right-click on all of this code right here, select all, copy, then I close this and cancel because I'm not going to make any changes, and then I close that, and I'll go open up a file, a blank text file, and I'll paste that in, all right, and then I'll copy the subject line up here and I'll call that subject, and then up here I'll name this file send instantly, copy that line, and then I'll go and put it into a folder, save as. I'm in my instant rewards folder. Here's autoresponder templates, okay? And instead of putting it here, I'll put it right here, send instantly, okay? And save it. And now I'll say new and come over here, open this up in a new tab. That's opened up in a new window. Open this up in a new tab, and I'll open up the HTML, copy, select all, copy, close, close, come back over here, put this in, come up here, scrape the subject line, come back up here and type in subject, and we're going to say day 1. All right, copy, save as. It will usually default over to the same folder. All right, and we're going to paste in the title, day 1. All right, and I'll do that with each one. I've already got them saved somewhere else. I'm just showing you how, in case you really go in there and muck it all up, you've got them backed up somewhere. Close that. So you can go in there, open it up, open up the HTML editor, select all, copy, close that, close this, go put it into a file, paste, save as, and there you would put in day 2. All right, and copy, go back, subject, day 2, Control S, save. All right, so now I've got 3 of them, saved. And you can do the same thing. Well, guys, we're going on about an hour and a half. I don't want to, keep this too long. I know most of the time I try to go about an hour. But I wanted to make sure that I answered a lot of Rich's questions and a lot of you guys' questions if you had any. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, so if anybody has any questions, you can ask some, and I'm going to say thank you for showing up, and we'll see you next Wednesday.